Good morning, everybody. It's Remedy. How you doing? Hope everybody has a good day. Let's everybody have a positive mind, a positive outlook for today. You have to start the day positive. Start the day grounded in positivity, a positive outlook that you know the day will be good, and even if it's not if something will happen, you will have a positive response towards it. So this is dealing with personality and character, mostly personality and your behavior, how you look at things in crazy, bad, difficult situations in your life, and how if you have negative parts or dark sides of you that you haven't really come to an understanding of or acceptance inside your personality with ego, etc., etc., etc. There needs to be better, more healthier ways how you respond and react to that. So today I'll be sharing information from the, the book Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming by Stephan LaBerge and I think Howard Rheingold. And this is about self-integration, accepting the shadow. What is it? How does it start off? Accepting the shadow. The synthesis of separate psychological structures into a more comprehensive personality. Human beings are complex, multi-leveled bio-psycho-social systems. Our psyches have many different aspects, and they may not be in harmony with each other. When one part of the personality is in conflict with another part, and or denies the existence of another part, unhappiness or antisocial behavior can result. Achieving wholeness requires reconciling all aspects of one's personality. So we must begin to give a somewhat of a psycholytic, therapeutic penetration into who we are, and pull out the dark parts of us, the parts that we basically neglect and reject to even deal with, like sweeping dust under the rug, and you don't deal with it. It's not in your sight no more, but it's still somewhere there in your subconscious. So we should have an adaptive response to bad situations, and anything that we have fed into our self-image. If we have negative aspects, if we have a cloudy understanding of who we are and the negative aspects and the negative characteristics that lie inside us, then and we haven't dealt with it, then that can build up problems. That will build into our ego, subconsciously, preconsciously, unconsciously, that will tend to color in different aspects of our world without even us knowing that it is. Going into the future with the baggage and problems of the past, responding to people in the present and lashing out at them because we didn't do it to somebody else or to ourselves when we needed to chastise ourselves or somebody else, and we take that into the future, that negative energy, and we carry it and we release it onto somebody else who doesn't even deserve it or doesn't even have anything to do with it at all, but they're just a target in front of you. Now you can release that negative energy out. Let's not do that. Let's have more healthy and reactive, more adaptive responses to the negativity that is involved in our life. So that was from the book of Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming. There's psychology deep within it. So when I was reading it, I was focusing on primarily the parts that have to do with psychology, how we must penetrate into the psyche of our mind and find out what's really going on and why we feel the way we feel, whether it's good or positive, and keep looking for ways. Like there's a poem from that book. As two men looked out from prison bars, one saw mud, the other saw stars. So they're both in the same situation. The only difference is how they implemented and projected their understanding or their perception or feelings about the present moment. They're both in jail. One has the ability to look beyond the mud and the negative situation and see the stars and be like, you know what, I'm going to do something better. Have that healthy response. And then the other person, for some reason, he or she, his or her mind was more magnetized towards the negativity. So that's what they grasp. That's what they grab to, because subconsciously their whole life they didn't stop themselves in the present moment and say, you know what, I have to be positive, because health requires positivity. Positivity requires health. They go hand in hand. They're interchangeable with one another. If you grow up thinking negativity and negative things about yourself and feeding it into your self-image, negative, inadequate realities of yourself, something that somebody else just put on you, or your mom, your dad, whoever, and you grow up getting used to accepting negativity, and you're not even knowing that you're training yourself to look at all of life and just focus on the negativity. Always give this example. If you are in a dark world, like billions of miles wide, and all you see is one cell sized, one photon of light, the size of a cell, in that dark world that you're on, that in that dark abyss, or abyssos, that's the Latin for abyss, abyssos. If you're deeply immersed in that world, that dark abyss, that dark hole, and you see a photon, which is a light, the smallest amount of light that can be recorded. If you see a small amount of light, then you're not going to be focused on the billion miles of dark that's around you. All you can be focused on, if you have a healthy mind state, is that little bit of light. And you crystallize energy around that little bit of light, and you make it grow, and you add more things into your self-image. Like, you know what? People said I was never going to do nothing, I was never going to be anything, and I believed them, and that made me grow into that and connect with those things and believe more things about myself, and I stop myself from growing. So let us be the exact opposite of what the aforementioned words that I just said. So I hope this is a benefit to you, and go out into the world and change somebody's life and make your own life better. Like the example that I gave, be in a position to see the stars in any situation. Don't see the mud, know the mud, be conscious that it's there, but know how to ascend to higher heights, per aspera ad astra, and be able to become a better person and be able to, and know how to fortify the foundation of who you are and your personality, and how to make it better. So have a nice day, like and subscribe. Peace.